The church camp blues became a song for us early on in my childhood, actually. Going to camp and experiencing all of the things that happen at camp as a kid growing up.
Well, my parents signed me up for church camp today. Whatever that is, it's just 1 month away. I ain't going, you see, I don't know no one. How could a week in the woods be any fun? I'll just come up with a reason not to go, or act really sick, put on a great big show. Oh no, I won't go.
I didn't get to grow up as a kid in church camp, so I had to vicariously live through the other kids and through Gary and their experiences. But as an adult, I got to witness and go through some of these things with the kids. And the church camp blues and all the fun and activities and all the learning and the group camaraderie that happens, and it's an awesome experience.
Church camp blues, and I'll sing it to you.
The first day of camp was like a whirlwind. We gathered our stuff and found our cabins. The bunk beds inside were both high and low. There were many before us, as the walls did show. I picked a bunk right here in between a kid from Twin Falls and one I'd never seen. Uh-oh, he looks mean.
Oh, yeah.
One evening, my wife and I sat down and we just started writing words in verse form that turned into a poem.
My parents wouldn't believe it. They'd say it's a lie. 'Cause at home green peas always make me cry.
Well, the church camp blues came out of Gary's head initially. He started telling his story about his church camp experiences, and as he wrote down a verse or two, he needed some help on finishing a line, so I'd help him out, finish a line, find a rhyme, and then I'd lay in bed at night and new words and new verses and new thoughts would come into my head, and I'd wake up and write those down, and he'd add to that, and it just was a work in progress as we both built on the church camp blues.
Like horseshoes, water balloons, ski boat rides, whitewater rafting and trips to the pool. Seems there's always someone there to play the fool. 3 times the time to relax, my friend. Church camp days, the fun never ends. Oh yeah, count me in.
Well, the moonlight high, it's on tonight. I wanna hold her and I want it to be just right. I got my courage up, I think I'll ask her to go. Here at camp, it's my first date, you know. The stars are out and the weather is fine. I wonder if my parents know I'm having a good time. Oh yeah, it's so fine.
The verses in this song, the church camp blues, are experiences that I went through, and as well as Steve Fulton and Eric Blackstone, who helped with the song. And we grew up in camp, and many of the things that we talk about in the verses of the song were things that we actually experienced. I was basically digging my heels in on my way to camp the first time, and within that week, I was digging my heels to stay at camp. And every year after that, I was a shoo-in. I was always there. Never missed camp.
The cabin director is counting heads, and when it's lights out, you best be in your bed. Bedtime story to be read. I got the blues. I got the church camp blues. I got the church camp blues, and I'll sing it to you.
Well, I I've got to be at church camp, you see. It's the funnest place on earth to me. The mean kid and me and the boy from Twin Falls, like announcements, park bench, and mail call. We chased each other as we raced to the cross and came to understand our gain was his loss. His life was the cost.
The week is now over before it's begun. That's what